Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be multiplying polynomials, and one of the easiest and most fun ways to do this is by using the box method. So we are going to use the box method, and it's supposed to be in quotations, there we go. Okay, so the way that we're going to do this is we're going to draw a box that has the same dimensions as our terms here. So we have a 2 terms by 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do a 2 by 3 box in this first one, and we're going to multiply our terms together. So 2 by 3. Okay, so I'm going to write this one down, so 2x minus 1, and then we're going to write the other one across. 3x squared minus 9x minus 4, like this. And make sure that you write the signs on there. It is really important whenever you're multiplying. Okay, so in this first box, you can see that this is the intersection of 2x and 3x squared. So we're going to be multiplying these two things together. 2 times 3 is 6. And then we have 2 x's right here, and we have an x right here. So that's 3 x's total, so this is going to be 6x to the third. Okay, so moving on to the next one, we have negative 1 times 3x squared. So negative 1 times anything is just going to be the negative of that. So it's going to be negative 3x squared. Then we're going to move on to this box over here. We have 2x times negative 9x. So 2 times negative 9 is going to give us negative 18. And we have 1x here, we have another x here, so that's going to be x squared. Then we have 2x times negative 4. Okay, so 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, and there's only one x there. So we're going to move down here, negative 1 times negative 9x, that's just going to be positive 9x. And then negative 1 times negative 4 is going to be positive 4. Okay, now that we have all this written out, we are going to have to add everything together. So I'm just going to write out all my terms one by one. So 6x to the third minus 18x squared minus 8x minus 3x squared plus 9x plus 4. Okay, and now that we've done this, we can go ahead and add our like terms. There is no other x squared, x to the third term, so we're just going to leave that one. But there are two x squared terms that we can add together. So these two right here. So we're going to do negative 18 minus 3, which is negative 21x squared. Then we have negative 8x plus 9x. So that's going to be positive 1x. We're just going to write plus x. And then we have our plus 4 on the end, which can't combine with anybody, so this is going to be plus 4. Okay, and there is a pattern here. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But notice that the x squared terms were in this diagonal right here, and my x terms were in this diagonal here. So you can also kind of do it without even writing out the terms and just adding them together like this. Okay, so let's try out our next one. This one's going to be a 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be a 3 by 3. So let's draw our 3 by 3 box. Okay, and it doesn't matter where you write each one, but I like to write them here. So 3x squared minus 4x minus 5. And then negative 2x squared plus 2x plus 2. Okay, and notice that these things are going up. So really you can draw it out like this, and it should be able to work like that. Okay, so the very first one we're going to be doing 3 times negative 2. So that's going to be negative 6. And then we have x to the... Here's 2 x's here, and there's 2 x's here. So that's 4 x's total. So it's going to be x to the 4th. Moving on to the next one. 3 times 2 is 6. And then we have 1 x here. We have 2 x's here. So that's going to be x to the 3rd. Okay. Then here we have 3 times 2. That's going to be 6. And we only have 2 x's, which are right there. So it's going to be x squared. Next box. Negative 2 times negative 4. That's going to be positive 8. 1x, 2 x's, that's going to be x to the 3rd. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8, and we have 1x here, and we have 1x here, so that's going to be x squared. Then we have negative 4 times 2, which is negative 8, and there's only 1x, which is right here. Moving along, negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10, and we only have 2 x's up at the top, so x squared. And then negative 5 times positive 2 is negative 10. And we're going to have 1x because there's only an x right here. And then we have negative 5 times positive 2, which is negative 10. Okay, now that we have everything written out, we can go ahead and add these terms together. So I'm just going to write them all out. Negative 6x to the fourth plus 6x to the third. So just moving across here. Plus 6x squared plus 8x to the third minus 8x squared minus 8x plus 10x squared minus 10x minus 10. Okay, so I didn't have enough room to write all of those things, but that's okay. So let's move on to adding like terms together now. There is no other x to the fourth term, so that one's just going to stay by itself. But there is another x to the third term. So we have plus 6x to the third plus 8x to the third. Okay, so 6 plus 8 is going to be positive 14, so that's going to be 14x to the third. Then moving on to our x squared terms, we have plus 6x squared minus 8x squared plus 10x squared. So we have 6 minus 8, that's negative 2, and then plus 10 is going to be positive 8. This is going to be plus 8x squared. Then we're going to do our x terms, so we have minus 8x minus 10, so that is going to be negative 18x. And then we have our minus on the end, which doesn't combine with anyone. So this is our answer here. Okay, and the same thing did work out in this problem. The only time that it really doesn't work out is whenever maybe it jumps from like x squared to a term or something like that. But here we have our x to the third terms. We have our x squared terms. And we have our x terms here. Okay, hope that you guys enjoyed this video and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.